YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're going to be talking about Morbius, alright? Now, Morbius is a film that was released in 2022. I believe like April 1st or something like that, around there. Yeah, so, one of the movies that I definitely wanted to see, and it took me a while to see it, but I finally saw it. So you already know how we do it. If you've been to this channel before, we started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? Okay, so Morbius. For those who do not know, Morbius is a character, an anti-hero, or anti-villain, however you want to say, that comes from the Spider-Man universe. Okay. So Morbius is played by Jared Leto in this movie. So Morbius has a sickness or illness that causes him an amount of extreme pain throughout his body, and he also has to walk with crutches due to the fact that his body or his bones are so weak, right? He is a doctor, and he is a smart individual from the very get-go. You learn that from the movie. From the very get-go, he is a smart individual. And so he himself knows that this sickness is causing him to die, and he doesn't have forever to live. So he has tasked himself to find a cure for this illness, this disease, however you want to say it, in order to better his life so that he can live, you know what I'm saying? And also in order so that so he can live and better his life. He also has a friend on here his name is Lucius Crown, right? Played by Matt Smith. But on the movie, he's called Milo, but his real name is Lucius. There's a reason for that, but you can if you watch the movie, you know why he's called Milo and not Lucius. Now, Milo or Lucius, however you want to say it, he has the same type of a sickness or illness or disease that Morbius has. So by Morbius finding this cure to cure himself, not only will that benefit him and all the other people around the world that have the same thing, but it'll benefit his best friend as well and keep them from death. So he makes this serum, however you want to say it. He tries it on himself, and then he becomes Morbius. Well, he doesn't. He's already Morbius, but he becomes vampire like. All right. He has to, intake blood. And if he doesn't, the monster inside of him, causes havoc. You feel me? But with him taking this cure, when he's out of the state of being the vampiric state, you know what I'm saying? He's able to walk again. His body is, he's not skinny no more. Like, he buffed up, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't need the crutches no more. His body is like 100% better. And so that's the withdrawal from this. You get a situation where you're no longer weak, you don't need crutches, and you're not about to die no more. But you have a monster inside of you now that has to feed. It has to have blood. You know what I'm saying? He finds out that, artificial blood is good enough for a while, but it only lasts for so long. And then eventually he's going to have to go to the real thing. He's going to have to transfer to taking blood. But yeah, he finds the cure, puts it on himself, and then his friend um, Lucius or Milo ends up taking the cure as well, and this causes a rift between the friendship, and that's basically the premise of the movie. Um, so three of my favorite scenes. Um, I would have to say the scene on the boat when he was the first time he becomes more the vampire, like he has the vampire look, the vampiric look about him, and he takes out those henchmen on the boat. Man, that was beautiful. We did see that in the trailer, like in a sneak peek type thing, but that was a beautiful scene. I thought the CGI kind of looked not as good as it should have looked when we saw that little sneak peek, but when you actually watch the movie, they must have done some touch ups or whatever, because it looks decent. It looks decent, and that's what I was worried about. Just the way Morbius will look. Would it look super fake or whatever? But it looks good. It looks good. But that scene right there, bro, seeing him, kind of bamf to like other people and scratching them, and him crawling on the walls, and it's like, bro, like that was a crazy scene. So that'd be scene number one. Scene number two to me would be when he has like this orange suit on at this point, because he had got arrested or whatever and was in jail. He sees with his vision that he sees like this gust of wind, you feel me? And he saw it earlier, but he didn't know what it was. This time he sees the gust of wind in a certain scene, and he knows that, hey, I can fly from this. So he starts to fly from it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just cool to see him realize what that aura was that he was seeing, noticing that it was wind, noticing that he would be able to fly, and then actually doing it. And the effects that they use on it, like I love the when he's bamfing, that whatever clothes he's wearing, you can see it like a streak of it behind him. Or when he's flying, whatever clothes he's wearing, you can see a streak of it behind him. Like, that was a nice touch. I know some people didn't like that, but to me, that was a nice touch. So yeah, that'll be another one of my favorite scenes. Out my second one. So my third favorite scene, it would have to be the ending fight between Morbius and Milo, or Morbius and Lucian, or whatever you want to say. That was dope. That was dope. It was a lot of stuff going on, but that was dope. I will say that because of the effects of like when they're bamfing or they're moving fast, and you can see like trails of their clothes, like whatever it may be, kind of looks like ink. It did kind of make things look confused, like you couldn't see everything, I guess, kind of in a way, right? You got to watch it a few times to make sure that you see everything. So I will say that, that does make it confusing. But that scene, that them two fighting at the end, was awesome. I'm talking about the whole fight. I'm talking about the whole fight, all the way down to how it ends. All the way down to how that fight ends. That was a dope scene as well, bro. So that'll be three of my favorite scenes. The grade for this, man, the grade for this, I really enjoyed this movie. I don't care what everybody else says. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I really enjoyed this movie. And I feel like it is rewatchable for sure. I'm gonna give this 8.5 out of 10. All right, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. So above average for sure. Definitely worth watching if you like vampires. Definitely worth watching if you're a fan of the Spider-Man universe. Definitely worth watching if you're a fan of Morbius, right? And definitely worth watching if you're a fan of Blade, because you can see what Blade can be from watching Morbius. You can see that it could be this. You know what I'm talking about, bro. So from watching Morbius, I'm like, yo, they can make Blade into something great. Again, because let's not knock the first Blade franchise out of the water. That was a great franchise, bro. It may have kind of fell off towards the third film, but still a great franchise. So if they could come with that same type of storyline, that same type of feeling, but add these effects on it that they had in Morbius, like, you know what I'm saying, the CGI, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. But I had a good time with this movie, man. I had a good time. And it's not going to be the last. I'm going to watch it multiple times. I have it. I own it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to watch it multiple times because I actually liked it. I actually enjoyed it, man. You know, like I said, man, sometimes you just got to watch the movies to watch them. Just to watch them. Just enjoy the entertainment. You don't have to make this long list of, oh, this was a plot hole, that was a plot hole. How did this happen? This doesn't make sense. But every movie has plot holes. Every movie has things that do not make sense. So if you look at it on a level like that, you're never going to enjoy a movie, really. You're never really going to enjoy a movie, man. And the movie that you do enjoy, somebody else will rip that to shreds. So, you know, enjoy movies for what they are. They're entertainment. Now, if you really, really don't like the movie, like I said, I understand that. But, you know, like I said, sometimes cut off the brain, bro. Enjoy the movie. Not every movie has to have this crazy, you know, storyline that is just, you know, beyond brilliance. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be very simple and you can still enjoy it. But yeah, man, I like this movie, man. I like this movie. I can't say that enough. 8.5 out of 10 for me. If you guys saw this movie, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Did you like it? And if you didn't like it, why didn't you like it? What plot hole ruined the movie for you, right? What was it that made this movie so horrible? Because this movie was decent. It was beyond decent to me. Let me know some of your favorite scenes. How did you like the CGI that they did for Morbius and the CGI that they did for you know, Milo or Lucius? Let me know about that in the comments down below. How did you like the acting? How did you like Jared Leto as Morbius? Do you think that he did a good job? I think he did a fairly good job, man. You know what I'm saying? He did a fairly good job. He looked like Jesus, but, well, per se Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Because people want to think he that way, but he really like this way right here. But anyways, let me know about that in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Till next time.